NASCAR let a YouTube star race at Daytona thinking they knew what would happen. They were completely wrong. Garrett Mitchell walks into the most famous racetrack in America, but nobody calls him Garrett. To millions of people online, he's Cleetus McFarland. He makes videos about building crazy fast cars. He crashes things. He fixes them. He makes people laugh while doing it. Now he's at Daytona International Speedway, about to race against professional drivers in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. And NASCAR has no idea what's coming. But this isn't just another race. This is something much bigger, much more emotional. This is a tribute. Here's what makes this story wild. Cleetus isn't some rich guy playing race car driver for fun. He actually knows how to drive. Really drive. But NASCAR didn't fully believe it yet. They were about to find out. For years, NASCAR stuck to one way of doing things. Drivers came from racing families. They spent years climbing through different racing series. They paid their dues, they earned their spots slowly. Then the internet changed everything. People like Cleetus built huge followings by just being themselves. He showed people what it's really like to work on cars. The failures, the victories, the part where your engine explodes and you have to start over. His fans loved it because it felt real. Not polished, not fake, just a guy doing what he loves and bringing people along for the ride. NASCAR noticed those millions of followers. They needed younger fans desperately. The sport was losing viewers, so they created the Hell Yeah campaign. NASCAR went back to its roots, the bootlegger energy, the rebel spirit, the anti-establishment attitude that made the sport what it is. They put Cleetus right in the middle of it, appearing in their America Start Your Engines ads alongside stars like Bubba Wallace. Right during the Super Bowl, NASCAR basically said, "We're going to do things differently now. We're going to be bold. We're going to take chances." And the biggest chance was letting Cleetus McFarland race at Daytona. But there was a problem first. NASCAR wasn't sure about his name. He's really Garrett Mitchell, but everyone knows him as Cleetus McFarland. That's his brand. That's who shows up in YouTube videos. That's who his fans recognize instantly. Some people in NASCAR thought it was too silly, too informal. Racing is serious business. Drivers use their real names. They build professional reputations. The debate went back and forth. Can we really let someone race under what looks like a character name? What does that say about our sport? Then something unexpected happened. Real NASCAR people started supporting Cleetus. Not just regular drivers, but legends. The first legend to step up was Greg Biffle. If you don't know Biffle, he was a huge name in NASCAR. He won 19 Cup Series races. He was tough, smart, and knew what it takes to win at the highest level. Biffle became Cleetus's mentor. He didn't just give advice from far away, he got involved directly. Cleetus made his ARCA Menards Series debut in 2005 under Biffle's mentorship. That was a big deal. Cleetus didn't just want to race, he wanted to race like Biffle. He studied how Biffle drove, how he handled pressure. Biffle became the example Cleetus wanted to follow. They became more than mentor and student, they became close friends. Biffle believed in Cleetus when a lot of people didn't. Then tragedy struck. On the 18th of December 2025, Greg Biffle died in a plane crash along with his wife and children. Cleetus lost his mentor and his friend. Now just weeks later, Cleetus is at Daytona, and this race means everything. It's not just a race, it's a tribute to Greg Biffle. Cleetus and his teammate Travis Pastrana are running Be Like Biff tributes on their trucks. Every lap is for Greg. Every move Cleetus makes on that track honors the man who believed in him. Travis Pastrana is his teammate in the number 42 truck. A motocross champion, rally car legend, X Games gold medalist. He jumps motorcycles over buildings. He's fearless and incredibly talented. Pastrana and Cleetus call themselves Team Shake and Bake like the movie Talladega Nights. But this isn't just fun and games. They're racing together to honor Greg Biffle. Tony Stewart is also racing in the same event. Stewart is a 3-time NASCAR Cup Series champion. He won the Daytona 500. He's one of the toughest, most respected names in racing history. Stewart is at Daytona helping launch Ram's return to the Truck Series, and he's been a vocal supporter of Cleetus. Their other teammate is Ricky Stenhouse Jr., who won the 2230 Daytona 500. This is serious company, real champions, real competition. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Cleetus showed up with real backing. Black Rifle Coffee Company and Brunt Workwear are his primary sponsors. These companies put actual money behind him because they understood something important. Practice sessions started, and this is where NASCAR got their first real surprise. Cleetus wasn't slow. He wasn't struggling. He kept up with experienced drivers. He learned how to draft, which means using another truck's wind to go faster. He figured out when to make moves and when to be patient. He stayed calm even though trucks were flying past him at nearly 200 miles per hour. All that training with Greg Biffle showed. Cleetus raced smart. He made the right decisions. He drove like Biffle taught him. Every move honored his mentor's memory. Tony Stewart, Travis Pastrana, and Cleetus McFarland all on the track together made headlines everywhere. A NASCAR legend, an action sports icon, and a YouTube star, all racing at the same time, all connected by respect for Greg Biffle. During practice, Cleetus worked closely with Pastrana. They helped each other figure out the track. They shared information about how their trucks were handling. They practiced drafting together. Both trucks carried the "Be Like Biff" message. The pressure on him was enormous. His YouTube fans expected him to do well. NASCAR was watching to see if this whole thing was worth it. Critics were waiting for him to fail. And most importantly, Cleetus was racing to honor Greg Biffle's memory. He couldn't let his mentor down. Cleetus had to use everything Biffle taught him: how to stay in the draft, how to avoid getting shuffled to the back, when to be aggressive, and when to play it safe, how to survive the chaos that always happens at Daytona. He had to be like Biff. This gave people a view of NASCAR they don't normally see. Most drivers keep things private. Cleetus shared everything. His fans felt like they were part of the journey. They grieved with him for Biffle. They celebrated with him when he succeeded. That's exactly what NASCAR wanted from the Hell Yeah campaign. Make racing feel accessible. Show people that it's exciting and real and emotional. Bring in fans who thought NASCAR wasn't for them. Cleetus delivered all of that. His presence brought new eyes to the sport. People who never cared about NASCAR before suddenly tuned in to watch a YouTube guy race trucks at Daytona to honor his fallen mentor. The support from Biffle, Stewart, and Pastrana made all the difference. Without them, people could dismiss Cleetus as a publicity stunt. Cleetus showed NASCAR that their sport can grow in unexpected ways. The next generation watches YouTube, not cable TV.